How's it going, guys? Thank y'all so much for tuning into another video. All right, now this video is long overdue. It's something that probably should have done a long time ago, but it's better now than never. And so let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the title of this video is Beginning Wholesaler Questions. And I will go ahead and start off with the first question. So the first question is, what is wholesaling, right? So wholesaling is the act of finding a discounted property, getting a contract on a property, and taking that contract and assigning it to an investor for a premium. Translate some of these things. So there's a house that you're able to get for a discount. Excuse me. Say the house is worth $300,000. You're able to get that house for $200,000, okay? Because it needs some work, they need to sell it, whatever the situation is. Now, you get a contract on the property saying that you have the right to buy this property. All right, now, when I'm talking about assigning your contract for a premium, what you're doing is selling your right to an investor to buy the house from you, okay? So that's what you're doing, and that requires a second contract. So there's the purchase agreement, and then there's the assignment contract, okay? So you use the purchase agreement to have the right to buy the property, use an assignment contract to assign your right, and at closing, you get paid for the markup. So you get it for $200,000, the house is worth $300,000, you get it for $200,000, and you assign your right. So you have that assignment contract, you sell that contract for $10,000, and at closing, that's what you get. So in total, the end buyer or the investor will pay $210,000, right, for a property you found for $200,000. That's basically what wholesaling is, right? Yes, there's steps, yes, there's marketing, yes, there's this and that, but that's what wholesaling is in a nutshell. All right, so number two, where can you find the purchase agreement contracts? Now, of course, you can do the purchase agreements that is for your state or whatever it is, but I do have a very simple two-page purchase agreement contract. Of course, when you get it, look it over, but that's the contract that I use whenever I get properties under contract. And I'm actually gonna give that to you guys for free. So the way that you'll be able to get that is that if you actually if you text me the word contract, all right, to the number 281-524-2205. Again, that's 281-524-2205, and the number will be at the bottom of your screen here. All right, so once you go ahead and text me the word contract, all right, I'll automatically send you that file to your phone, and you'll be able to email it to yourself and go ahead and get that property under contract. So again, use that number that's at the bottom of the screen here, right? Text me the word contract, and I'll go ahead and send you that purchase agreement. So that answers that question of when you find a contract, I'll send it to you. All right. Number three, what if you can't find a buyer? Now, when you're wholesaling, in my book, Wholesaling 101, Your First Steps, there's actually a link to it below in the description. I always say, get your buyers first. Get yourself a nice, big, fat, juicy buyers list, okay? You wanna make sure you get a huge buyers list first. What is huge? 100, right? Get yourself about 100 buyers. And from there, whenever you find your deal, then you're basically feeding a piece of steak to a bowl full of piranhas, okay? What you don't wanna do is have this piece of steak and you out there in a corner like, I wonder where the piranha's at. How do I find piranhas? Let me look up best place to find piranhas. No, find the piranhas first, then dip your steak in. It's gonna cause a frenzy. And that's how you get yourself in a bidding type situation where they mark up what they normally would spend, and that's how you're able to get your bigger assignment. So something to keep in mind. Make sure you get your buyers first. So that's that question. What if you can't find a buyer? Find the buyers first. Okay, now, worst case scenario, you can't find a buyer. What you can do is you can cancel out the contract, right? Because the way that I have the purchase agreement written is that you have an option period and you're able to have X amount of days, whatever day amounts that you put at the bottom. That's how much days that you have to get out of the contract. And there's also other contracts that you'll be using for your city or state. I would definitely look at the policy language in there and just make sure that you're able to cancel the contract if need be. So just use a cancellation contract. But if you have your buyers ahead of time and if you're able to evaluate the deal, like I show you in the book, then from there, there'll be no need to cancel the contract because everybody wants a deal. I'll tell you what, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but if for any reason you have a deal and you know it's a deal and you can't find anyone that wants to buy it, I want it. All right, send that deal to me and I'll make sure if I don't take it, then I'll point you in the direction of somebody else who will, because everybody wants a deal. All right, you just got to make sure that it is actually a deal. So that's that. All right, number 4, how do you know it's a deal? All right, now this is what I do as far as our formula. There are many other formulas that you could use, but this is the basic one, right? So you take the ARV of the property. So let's go ahead and do this live, right? So let's say this house is 300,000. So put in 300,000 in the calculator. Then multiply that by 0.75, right? So that's 225,000. That's what an investor wants to pay all in, okay? So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna create the estimate for the repairs, and I'll show you how to estimate the cost of repairs for a home. So let's just say the repairs are, 30,000, so minus 30,000, all right, that leaves 195. Now, minus what your assignment will be. Your assignment will be, say, 10,000. So now when you come to this person, the person that has the house that they're looking to sell, this $300,000 house needs $30,000 worth of work, which you're gonna work to get it under contract for is 185, okay? And you're gonna then sell it to an investor for 195 to get your 10,000. That's the formula, right? So ARV times 0.75 minus repairs minus your assignment is what you offer to the seller, all right? And then that assignment that's on top of what you offer there, you mark that assignment up and you market that to the end buyers. So that's basically how you would do that. So those are the main questions that I know a lot of wholesalers are looking into as far as overall, how do I get started? What is wholesaling? And just getting a little bit deeper knowledge of what's actually going on. And that's basically what some of the basic points. So what is wholesaling? Where can you find a contract? Again, I showed the number at the bottom of the screen. What if you can't find a buyer? Find the buyers first before you go looking for deals. Now, if a deal just fell in your lap, I'm not telling you to just throw it away, okay? But what I'm saying is it is very important for you to get your buyers first, okay? And you can find them on PropStream for people who just bought properties. You can find them at real estate events. You could go on Facebook and type in, Houston real estate investors, Houston wholesalers. Like there's tons of lists that's out there, all right? And what you would do is let them know like, hey, I am a wholesaler. I'm looking to build my buyers list. They would love to be on your list because everyone's looking for a deal. So that's that. And also how to identify if it's a deal. Use that formula, the ARV times 0.75 minus the repairs minus your assignment is what you would give to the seller, all right, as their offer. And then that marked up price with your assignment is what you would give to that end buyer. So as long as everything fits into that criteria, then that's how you know it's a deal. So with that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning into another video. If you like the information I provided to you, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. And also so that you're notified of whenever we're having another video, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And it really does help out this channel. And it allows everyone to, other people that need this type of information, it allows them to have this visible to them. So again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait for y'all to get your first deal. Y'all take care.